Up gamers, it's me GinePik and welcome back to a brand new Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys a simple and easy squid and fish farm that works for all Minecraft platforms, whether it's a mobile device, Xbox, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch or PC. This farm gives you up to 4,370 drops per hour. That includes lots of raw salmon, raw cod which you can use for training for villagers, and also lots of ink sacs as well as bones to get lots of bone meal. So how this farm works is that we have a platform dedicated for the squids as well as fish to spawn. Previously in 1.17 and before, squids and fishes can spawn in all wild levels. That is a bug. So if you have already built a squid and fish farm, you will know that you will be able to build it on top of the ocean, making sure that you don't do any spawn proofing. But as of 1.18, the bug has been fixed, meaning if you go ahead and build and already build a squid or fish farm on top of the ocean, that will not produce any fish or squid. So to make sure that farm works, now we had to make sure that we build inside of the ocean. As you can see, it's the same exact build just like the previous designs, but integrated in the ocean. We have a Mcpe platform over here. They will spawn in the bubble columns, they'll fall down, they'll take damage, and we have a railing system underneath. As you can see, we have hopper minecarts, and whenever the hopper minecart gets item, we have an unloader system. Everything will be disposed in the chest in each chunk. We have made sure that the hopper minecart is built in a chunk so the hopper minecarts don't get deleted in between chunk borders. And also another different from this farm is that we had made sure to build a spawn proofing area so no squids, fish spawn outside of the farm which will hurt the rates. Everything will be spawning inside only over here. The salt bug on top of the ocean prevents squid from spawning underneath the area over here as well as fishes, and only on this area. The change that was made in 1.18 that squids can now only spawn up y equals 63 and up to y equals 54. That is the change. Previously they can just spawn in any layers due to a bug, but it's been fixed. If you love to know the weights of the farm, these are the weights of the farm. I did 8 hours of testing, one for the fish AFK spot and another for the squid only AFK spot where you will only get squid and some amount of fishes. So the first test for fish AFK spot is 4,292 drops per hour. That is this much fish. As you can see, you're gonna get a lot of fish. You can go ahead and take these fishes and give to villagers and get emeralds as well, and also you get lots of bones as well. Keep in mind, 1 bone equals 3 bone meal, so that is a lot of bone meal which you can go ahead and use for whatever use you want. And also you can get ink sacs as well, which you can go ahead and convert into black dye. That is the first test, and the second test gave me 4,184. As you can see, a little less from this and gave me this much fish. As you can see, there's a lot of fish, bones as well as ink sacs as well. Now the third test gave me 4,103 drops per hour. That is this much fish, as well as you can see, this is this much. And the fourth test gave me 4,302, as you can see, a little bit more, and it gave me this much fish, bones, as well as ink sacs, as well as a lot of ink sacs. And the test 5 gave me 3,854. As you can see, that is lower compared to test number 4. It gave me this much fish, bones, as well as ink sacs as well. And test number 6 gave me 4,319 drops per hour. As you can see, that's a lot of fish, bones, as well as ink sacs. Test number 7 gave me 4,225. This is this much. And last but not the least, test number 8 gave me 4,375, which is the most, and it gave me this much. And that is the rate testing for the fish only AFK spot. Now for the squid only AFK spot, I didn't have enough time. Only did 2 tests. So the first test gave me 287 drops per hour. As you can see, that is a lot of ink sacs. Sometimes you're also able to get fish as well, but not as much compared to the fish AFK spot. And the second test gave me 336 ink sacs per hour. That is this much ink sacs, as well as you also get sometimes a little bit bones as well as fish as well. Now in order to use this farm, all the player needs to do is stand on the AFK spot. It doesn't really matter which block. On 4 of these, just stand on the AFK spot. This is for the AFK fish spot only. You'll get fish as well as squid. As you can see, they will spawn. They get pushed down to the magma blocks, and as you can see, they take damage and they die. You also get dolphins as well. You get all the fishes. You won't get any drowns at nighttime. This is only made for fish as well as squids as well as dolphins. As you can see, they die. Now this will be on top of the magma blocks. Hopper minecarts underneath will collect them, and it will be inside of the chest. Now this is for the fish AFK spot, and this AFK spot over here is made for squids only. So if I go ahead and stand over here, only squids as well as dolphins will be able to spawn because of the spawning mechanics. So as you can see, if I AFK here for long enough, squids will only be able to spawn over here, and I'll get the minimum amount of fish. As you can see, squids are able to spawn. As you can see, squid survive the spawn and they die, and all the items will be on top of the magma block, and the hopper minecart will collect them. If you love to test this farm before you build it in your survival worlds, a world download is provided down in the description below. It is a direct link to Mediafire, and also my tier wish list is provided down in the description below for your convenience. And let's get right into the tutorial. This is the area that you will require to build this farm. Make sure that you build this farm inside of an ocean in order for this farm to work. So make sure to find yourself an ocean biome. Once you're done finding yourself an ocean biome, go ahead and find yourself 4 chunks. Now there are different ways to go ahead and mark a chunk. You can go and use texture packs that reveal chunks, or you can go and use chunk paste. Make sure that you go ahead and find 4 chunks like this. Go ahead and mark it with a solid block of your choice. Make sure to mark it. Once you're done marking in the 4 chunks, it should look something like this. Make sure to mark it with a block of your choice like this. It should be 16 by 16 in total. In total, that will be 32 long as well as 32 wide area. Once you're done marking in the area that you want to build, now I'll advise you to go ahead and create in a conduit nearby, or go ahead and have water breathing potions, because most of the builds are going to be inside the water, so you might even run out of oxygen. So I'll advise you to have a conduit nearby or lots of water breathing potions so you don't run out of oxygen. And once you're done, now we need to go ahead and mark in the walls. Now for the walls, all you have to do is just make your way into the water and go ahead and start placing walls like this. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That will be 7 blocks. Doesn't really matter if you use glass or solid blocks, it's up to you. And go ahead and wrap this all the way around except the corners. You don't need to place in the corners. Just go ahead and place in 7 blocks like this of your choice all the way around except the corners. Once you're done building in the wall, it should look something like this. Make sure that it is 7 blocks below, and also make sure to skip in the corners and all the other areas. Once done, now we're building in the platform for the rail system. Now all you gotta do is just go ahead and make your way to the corner. Go ahead and skip 2 blocks. That'll be 1, 2, and make your way on the 3rd block. Place a temporary block over here, followed by a solid, or you can also use slabs as well, and make sure that it is on inside of the farm and not on the walls. Make sure the solid block is inside of the farm and not on the walls. Once done, you can go ahead and mine the temporary block and go ahead and mark in the whole chunk. So if you go ahead and already built in this marker, just go ahead and mark in the whole chunk, fill that whole area with solid blocks or slabs as well, and go to the same all the way till end. Make sure to place slabs or solid blocks all the way. Once you're done building in the platform, it should look something like this. Now we're building in the unloader system. Now for the unloader system, all you gotta do is just go ahead and make your way to the corner like this. Just go ahead and place in 2 more solid blocks like this, followed by rails like this. That'll be 1, 2 rails. Once done, go and place in a temporary block, followed by your double chest. You can go ahead and expand this downwards as much as you want. Once you're done placing in the double chest, go ahead and mine the temporary block, grab a hopper, place a hopper facing into the double chest like this. Make sure it is pointing like this. Once done, this hopper facing directly into it, and the 3rd hopper facing into it like this. Make sure that it is in this correct orientation, or else the items will not be inside of the chest. So make sure it is like this. This hopper facing into the chest, this hopper facing into this hopper, and this hopper facing into the chest. Then once done, go ahead and place in 2 powered rails like this. Make sure there are 2 powered rails like this. Once you're done placing in the power rail, place in a slab like this. You can go ahead and place in a solid block as well. Slab is cheaper. Make sure to place a slab like this, followed by a comparator over here. Make sure these 2 antennas are facing towards the hopper. A temporary block over here, followed by a solid block. Mine the temporary block. Now go ahead and place a temporary block over there, followed by a solid block. Mine the temporary block. Now go ahead and grab in a temporary rail. Place the rail like this, and make sure this power rail is slanting. This is really important, so make sure this power rail is slanting like this. Go ahead and mine in the temporary rail. Now all you gotta do is just go ahead and place in few temporary solid blocks like this. Make sure to place few temporary solid blocks like this. Now go ahead and place in 1 temporary block over here. Go ahead and grab in your button. And once done, go ahead and mine this and place in your button over here. Now go ahead and mine this temporary block. Now all you gotta do is go ahead and grab in your redstone dust. Place in the redstone dust over here. The reason why we need to do like this is because redstone cannot be placed underwater. So if I go ahead and place over here, as you can see, redstone cannot be placed underwater. It is not waterloggable. So that's the reason why we need to do something like this. Now you gotta just go ahead and mine in the button and place in your temporary block over here. You can go ahead and spam right click, and once done, just go ahead and mine the temporary block, and make sure that in cases like this, it should be like this forever. So make sure that it doesn't break. Once done, now we need to go ahead and place in the piston. Now for the piston, all you gotta do is just go ahead and place in a temporary block over there. Go ahead and grab in your piston. Now go ahead and mine and place in your piston. Go ahead and just right click it if you want for spamming, and as you can see, the piston will be placed, and make sure the piston is facing upwards as well. Once done, now go ahead and place in your temporary block over here, temporary block over here, here, as well as here. Make sure that it is exactly the same, just like the redstone. Just go ahead and place it like that. And once done, go ahead and grab in your fence gate. Go ahead and mine this block and place in your fence gate. And as you can see, the fence gate will not be waterlogged. If the fence gate is waterlogged, then go ahead and mine the fence gate, then redo it again, so it gets something like this. Once done, go ahead and mine this block over here. And as you can see, once you go ahead and mine that block, it will not be waterlogged. So go ahead and just place in your redstone torch. And if you're done it correctly, it should look something like this. And that will be your unloader system. Now you can go ahead and close it off. Go ahead and grab in your hopper minecart, place it over here, and that will be closed. And as you can see, once done, that will be your unloader system built underwater. Once done, now you'll be building in the railing system. Once you're done building in the unloader system, now you need to build in the rail system. Now for the rail system, all you got to do is go ahead and place in your rail over here. Make sure that it is inside the farm over here. Now go ahead and place in 6. Now this will be rail number 1, that'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we will place in 3 power rails. That'll be 1, 2, 3. Now on the center power rail is where we're going to be placing in the power. We need to make sure that this gets power. There's 2 ways to power the power rails. One, you can go ahead and use in a block of redstone, or you can go ahead and use a lever. Now if you're using slabs, just go ahead and turn that center area into a solid block. Then go ahead and place in your lever, flick it on, and that will turn on the powered rail. That is up to you. You have 2 options. I'll recommend the lever because lever is cheaper, but you can go ahead and use block of redstone as well. I'm going to be using block of redstone, so you can go ahead and see where to place in the levers. 3 powered rails, then go ahead and place in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now on the 7th one, you'll be at the end of the chunk border. Now once done, just go ahead and connect it like this, then go ahead and do the same again. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3. Make sure that it is powered. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once done, now go ahead and repeat the same all the way till the end of this chunk. Now if you already mark a chunk like this, it'll be easy for you. As you can see, make sure to repeat it all the way till the end of the chunk. Once you're done placing in the rails as far as power rails, it should look something like this. Now if you go ahead and make your way to the end of the chunk right over here, now go ahead and make sure that it is a powered rail. Make sure that it's a powered rail. It's really important that it should be a powered rail, or else the hopper minecart will not go back and it will stay stationary right over here. Now all you gotta just go ahead and place in a temporary block over here, followed by a saw block, mine in the temporary block. Go ahead and grab your lever. You can place it over here or here, flick it on, and once done, that will make sure that the hopper minecart go back and it will unload the item. So make sure that it's a powered rail right over here turned on. Now once done, that will be the rail system as well as the unloader system. Now go ahead and do the same to this chunk, as well as this chunk as well. Now this is the lining for the power rail to be activated. Now go ahead and do the same all the way till the end. Now make sure that the unloader system is on the corner of each chunk. Now when you're building the rails and it happens like this, all you gotta do is just go ahead and mine these 2, place in a temporary block over here. Now go ahead and place in your power rails first over here, followed by like this, and that will fix itself. You go ahead and mine that, place in a solid block, and go ahead and continue. Make sure that this powered rail is powered as well. Once you're done placing in the rails, it should look something like this. Now as you can see, in each of the corner there will be 1 unloader system, and it will be in the exact spot. As you can see, 1 over here, 1 over there, as well as there. Make sure that you have built this correctly. Now once you're done building, now you can go ahead and mine in these temporary blocks. For the markers, it's no more use. You can go ahead and mine this whole temporary block area. And once you're done mining in the temporary block, and if the water becomes like this, just go ahead and grab a bucket. You can go ahead and fix it like this. Is go ahead and place in the water, and that will fix itself. As you can see, all the water is getting fixed slowly. As you can see, all the water now in the center, it might be different. Just go ahead and place in the water like this, and as you can see, it's being fixed by itself. Once you're done checking if the water is sourced and not flowing, now all you gotta do is now go ahead and build in the spawn proofing area. Now the spawn proofing area is for simulations of 4. Now for simulations of 6 and higher, you need to spawn proof even more area depending on. So for simulations of 6 and higher, it is 96 blocks horizontally. So you need to spawn proof even more area. That will be a lot of area to spawn proof. And for simulations of for 8, that will be even longer. And for 12, and you know what to do, it will be longer depending on your simulation distance. Now for simulations of 4, all you gotta do is now go ahead and just place in your solid blocks like this. Go and place in blocks like this. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Now go ahead and count 5 blocks inwards. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go ahead and place 6 blocks on the left side. So over here, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you're done, now go ahead, make your way to the corner over here. Now go ahead and place 14 blocks diagonally inward. This will be block number 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, this will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and last but not least 14. Now once done, just go ahead and place in diagonally like this with solid blocks. This is to make sure that no squids or fishes spawn outside and only inside of the farm. Just go ahead and connect it diagonally. Once you're connected, sometimes it will show like this. You can go ahead and mine that if you want. Now as you can see, it will be like this. Make sure that it is connected like this. Now go ahead and fill this whole area with solid blocks. Now go to do the same over there, there as well, and fill this whole area with solid blocks. An easier way is to also lava as well. I recommend lava because the moment you place a lava block, and as you can see, it will generate everything into stone and it will flow. And you don't need to even place solid blocks. The lava will just do it by itself. So if you want to make sure that your life becomes easier, just go ahead and use lava as well. It's up to you which one feels easier. I'll recommend lava because you do not need to place anything, but lava is slow to flow, so it's up to you which one you want. Once you're done marking the layout, it should look something like this all around. Now go ahead and place solid blocks all the hollow spots. Make sure to place solid blocks all the way till the end, all of the hollow spots. Once you're done placing in the solid blocks, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and grab in your torch and go ahead and start placing in torches. The reason why we need to make sure that this place is lit up because when you're AFK on the night time, then hostile mobs will spawn if you don't place any torches, and that will reduce the rate. So make sure to spawn proof the area. Keep in mind, hostile mobs can spawn in night time. That's because skylight do not block in the spawns even though light level 4 on the surface on skylight. So make sure to torch this whole area because torch now spawn proof even more area compared to 1.17. So you can go ahead and adjust or go ahead and be precise with the torch placement to spawn proof this entire area. Once you're done placing in the torches, now go ahead and grab in your slabs. Now, if you're using saw blocks on these walls, just go ahead and grab your slabs and start placing slabs like this in the edges just to make sure that if any mobs like any wandering traders or anything spawn, they will be able to spawn. So when they spawn in, they don't go inside over here. So go ahead and wrap this whole edge with slabs on top. Once you're done placing in the slabs, now we're building in the AFK spot. Now all you gotta do is go ahead and mark in the center over here. Now this will be the center. Now if you don't know where to mark the center, just go ahead and mark the center by this. It will be the center over here. Or you can go ahead and take the help of these two saw blocks and the edges to find yourself the center, and this will be right over here. Now go ahead and tower up 16 to 17 blocks up. That will be the first AFK spot, which will include the fishes as well as all the aquatic mobs except for drown. So all you gotta do is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can go ahead and place 16 or you can go ahead and 17 as well. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Now I'm going to be choosing in 16. Now I'll just go ahead and place in sawblocks like this, and that will be your first AFK spot. Now this AFK spot will produce all the fishes, your raw salmon, your raw cod, dolphins, as well as squids as well. Now if you want the squid only AFK spot, all you gotta do is go ahead and tower up 9 blocks upwards, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now this will be the AFK spot for all these squids as well as dolphins. You'll only get a little amount of fishes or nothing at all. Now this will be only for the squids as well as dolphins. Now this will be the AFK spot for them, and this AFK spot over here is for fishes and all the other mobs. Now once that, you can go ahead and mine in any temporary block nearby because that will be your AFK spot. You can go ahead and fly towards it, or you can go ahead and just go ahead and build ladder system or weeping vines. That is all up to you. Once you're done marking in the AFK spot, you can go ahead and mine these helping blocks over here. It's no longer necessary. Now all you gotta do is just go ahead and make your way to the second AFK spot. Go ahead and place 2 temporary blocks over here, followed by solid blocks like this. Go ahead and mine in the temporary block. Go ahead and grab in your slab. Place slabs over here. This is to make sure that no phantom spawn when you're AFKing. Once done, that will be the AFK spot for the farm. This AFK spot works for all simulation distances, not only for simulations 4, it works for all simulation distance. Once you're done building in the AFK spot, now we're building in the platform where all of the fish will spawn and die. Now all you gotta do is go ahead and grab in your magma blocks, start placing magma blocks on the rails, and go ahead and place magma blocks like this. Just go ahead and place magma blocks all the way till the end. This is going to be the easiest step. There's nothing hard. You don't need to be on the magma block. You can just go ahead and place it on the rails as well. As you can see, it will be placed on top. Go ahead and do this all the way to the end. Make sure that you do not place anything on the walls and only inside of the platform. Once you're done placing in the magma blocks, it should look something like this. All the bottom columns will be pushed downwards, so any fish, rock hard or whatever spawns, it will be pushed downwards and they'll take damage. Now all you gotta do is just go ahead and open all the hopper minecarts so the items can get collected. Go ahead and open all of them. Once you're done opening all of the hopper minecarts, all you gotta do is just go ahead to your AFK spot. You can go ahead and choose which one do you want. If you want to AFK for all the aquatic mobs, you go ahead and over here. Or if you want squids, if you want lots of ink sacs, you can go ahead and AFK over here. That's all up to you. Once you decide which AFK spot you want to AFK, then as you can see, they will start spawning. As you can see, raw salmon spawn, they got pushed down and they die. As you can see, you're gonna see the particles as well. Dolphins are able to spawn, they get pushed down and they die. And you can go ahead and AFK here for as long as you want. Keep in mind the double chest might get full, so go ahead and expand it downwards as much as you want so you don't get backed up. I'm hoping today's Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial was really helpful for whatever you usually have for fish, whether it's for giving villagers for emeralds or getting ink sacs for black dye or whatever you usually have. Make sure to leave a like and also make sure to share this video to other Minecraft players. That will really mean a lot to me. And also make sure to check out my channel because there's lots of Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorials and more Minecraft Bedrock farms coming. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Adios.